Okay, this week's ENS Daily Draw theme is Creative Throwback. So, anything from the past that might have inspired you creatively. For me, that was definitely the movie Star Wars. Growing up, I always wanted to, grow up and make similar type stuff. So, kind of been a lifelong fan. So, anyways, to get to the technical part of this, I am drawing my favorite robot, which is C-3PO. And as always, with these daily sketches, just doing a real fast, fun, keeping it loose, not really trying to do a exact copy, but more of just a fun sketch. So this is a pretty great design. C-3PO, the golden robot from Star Wars. He's pretty... well, they had an actor playing him, so here's some trivia as I've actually met him. But essentially the robot costume, or C-3PO as a character, basically a human shape. So I'm getting in my about his midsection here. He has a this, oh, I don't even know what, a relief, some more robot type detail. Had these shoulder pads, and then for arms, to get placement right, can just be sticks. Often draw sticks to get as a guide to get where I'm going, and then you just kind of draw the round tube on those sticks. And he's got this little attachment, this little hinge that sort of attaches his top arm to his bottom arm. So, and then he's got the wires in here, and again, just quickly putting everything in. For hands, usually use a block guide like that to do the top or the bottom of his hands. I'll try and keep this drawing in frame. We're in the process of doing some rearranging with this camera and stuff, so most of it's there, right? Most of it's there. Okay, so there that is. Then what I want to do is go in here and just start. I love that he has this he's a robot, so he doesn't really need to breathe, I wouldn't think, but he's got this little indication for a nose. It's a little great little feature. Get his eyes in there. And even though he's a robot, if you've ever seen versions of this character, you can kind of humanize his eyes a little bit. C-3PO is funny because he's always nervous and scared. A real funny character. These little ticks kind of indicate he's a gold shiny robot. So I'm going to go over with marker in a bit to, you can do it with graphite too, but show, I like to show these, shiny, just kind of these little ticks, and a quick sketch like this will indicate, will serve as markers so you can tell something is shiny. Actually work with about anything. Just kind of these little ticks. got kind of a circle motif there. Comes down into his chest plate rib cage area. He's just really, I can't say enough great things about this character. They really gave him the appearance of not necessarily manufactured from scrap, but he's definitely not the most elegant. He's kind of pieced together, you know. Somewhat clunky is what I'm getting at here. He's got so I follow that guide for those bottom part of the fingers and follow this guide for that part of the finger. I'll get into frame a little bit better here. You can just kind of have fun. Love this part right here. The details can make the character, even in a quick sketch like this. He's got this, you know, he's attached. His forearm is attached to his back arm. About time for new ink here. So the more little ruddy. The other thing about these quick sketches is I tend to be happy with them from the sense that they have a lot of life to them, a lot of movement, just because so then what I want to do is really quickly just give him some. His eyes really shine, and I've seen mock-ups of him, but one way to get anything to shine is contrast. So if right around his eyes are dark and these eyes are left white, his eyes all of a sudden look like they're popping. So I'm going to go through here and just, whether you have a pencil, a crayon, whatever you have, whatever your drawing tool of choice, I'm leaving this white streak down here, and so when I add a little bit darker shade, it starts to shine. That's where you get the sort of. It's another fun thing about sketching this character is you sort of get you can sort of quickly, and again, his arms are tubes. So if you think about a tube, if you were to shine light on it, it would gonna have this hot part where there's really high sheen. Same thing over here. This tube is rounding like that, so he's going to have this really high sheen. So we'll attach these little. I always thought of them as kind of as Frankenstein bolts right there, and just make sure that got everything kind of in there. On the edge of these bright separations of shadow and light, put these little ticks, kind of hint at the light's getting separated there. I'm going to kind of work on this part right here, just kind of, this elbow is getting tucked up into this pad there, and then what I want to do is give him a little bit of a background. Maybe he's on a shift with paneling, so we'll just kind of and that will be C3PO for ENS Daily Draw. Theme of the week is Creative Throwback. So there we go.